Fear is a strange soil. It grows obedience like corn, which grow in straight lines to make weeding easier. But sometimes it grows the potatoes of defiance, which flourish underground. Terry Pratchett, Small Gods. Welcome back, or first time, to One Holiday at a Time. It's a podcast where we study the cinematic and the cultural side to the celebration times.
Happy holidays, guys. My name is Adela.
And I'm Alex. Happy celebration times.
Happy days.
Guess what?
Heh.
Boo!
Ah,
Did I spook ya?
you sure did, buddy boy.
We watched, that was a bad transition, I'm sorry. We watched Boo, a Madea Halloween.
It was very bad.
We watched this because we are entering into a time I like to call movie harvest season. I think that's what's going to be the name of that for this podcast. Or is there a better name?
What do you mean? Why is this movie harvest season?
It's movie harvest season because this is when all the holiday movies start coming out.
Yeah.
That's why we watched this movie, because Boo 2, a Madea Halloween, is going to be coming out in about a month.
Stoked.
Yeah, and so I wanted to, kind of bring this podcast into the modern age. All these kids, they're talking about the new movies. They're not talking about these dumb old movies. They want new stuff. They want 2017 movies. So I want to watch, all the holiday movies that are coming out soon. I want to get right on there. We'll be the first to review them on our podcast. Well, we won't be the first, but
Yeah, no.
you know what I mean.
We're just getting with the modern age.
Mm-hmm. So to prepare for Boo 2, a Madea Halloween, we watched Boo 1, a Madea Halloween. Just to bear in mind before we start talking about this movie, we've never seen a Madea movie, and I kind of did not know what was going on the whole time.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was really confusing. Because I think there's a lot of lore that we're missing from these Madea movies that we don't really know about. I didn't really know who any of the characters were, what their I guess we know what their personalities are, kind of, but
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of inside jokes we were missing out on in this movie.
I feel like there were a lot of
jokes we were missing out on in this movie. But let's get into it. So yeah, Tyler Perry's Madea series, very classic movie series that has a dozen movies, something like that,
Yeah.
dozen plays.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, it started as a play, which you can tell from the movie because there are just these the movie's just made up of probably 5 20-minute long scenes in just one room. So it does feel like a very, very much a play. But we start at a school, at a frat house to be specific. And it's the frat. They're celebrating. They're getting ready for their Halloween party. It's gonna be epic.
It's the biggest Halloween party on campus.
Yep. And we got President Jonathan, the guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
He just pepping everybody up, getting everybody ready.
It's hype.
Yeah, they're getting some. They have the pledgies hanging out. They're introducing everyone to them. One is a very talented makeup artist, which that never came up. I don't think anyone.
Well, I mean, technically the end.
Yeah, okay.
The whole last half of the movie.
Yeah. And then they have a hacker. They don't really explain why. They weren't planning on pranking them.
Yeah, but it was very convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient that they had a makeup artist, a hacker, and then just 2 guys that are good at dancing, I guess.
That part I don't think came in.
They just kind of danced. Oh, it did.
It did?
Yeah. Well, okay, spoiler alert. They dress up as zombies at the end of the movie. And, while they were chasing after Madea, there were 2 zombies that were, doing flips and stuff.
Oh, I must have, missed it every time
Yeah.
they flipped in.
So, that happens. There's just a scene where they're getting pumped for the Halloween party. And then there are there's some girls outside just there. I don't know why they were there.
They were walking home.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And they come out, they run out to, talk to them, invite them to their party. They're like, oh, we go to this college, and they're like, ooh, that's an all-girls school. Bet you've never seen a guy in your life before. Check it out. It's me.
I'm a guy.
I'm a guy.
No, you've never seen one.
But yeah, they invite them to the party. One girl is kind of like timid, doesn't really want to go to the party, but everybody else is pumped up. They're ready to go. One of the girls, Tiffany, her name is I think a recurring character in these Madea movies. I have no idea.
I mean, she's Tyler Perry's daughter, so I would assume so.
It's true, but like, yeah, see, like I didn't really know if these were like recurring people.
Oh,
I guess they are. I guess they're like Medea's family. We should probably look that up.
No,
yeah, no.
fine.
Well, let's just leave it.
No, that's your guys' problem.
Yeah. See, I don't want to like diss on the Madea movies because we'll get to it in the gift giving segment. But Tyler Perry, he's just doing his thing, and he's got his fans, and I can respect that.
People like it.
People like it.
It's not our thing.
Yeah, people like it. It's like that's cool. I'm glad. I'm glad there's like 15 movies that you can watch that you really like. So yeah, just like saying, I don't want to like, we're not, because we might say some like things that are mean.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I respect it.
If you want to watch it, that's fine.
Yeah. So let's see what happens next. Oh yeah, then Tyler Perry pulls up. He plays, I don't remember the dad's name. We need to look that up at least.
Yeah.
But is Tiffany's dad. He's just regular his old self. His old Tyler Perry looking self.
Yeah.
And see, so I had never watched a Madea movie, so I didn't know what the Madea movies were like about necessarily.
Still don't.
Yeah. So at like when Tyler Perry, because I didn't know Tyler Perry just played a normal character in the movies, and so I was like, oh, so is this just Big Mama's House then? Because Big Mama's House and like the Madea movies kind of came out around the same time. And Big Mama's House was Martin Lawrence playing an undercover cop dressed up as a grandma. And so I was afraid that was also going to be this, but it's just Tyler Perry just plays separate characters. Yeah. He doesn't like dress up or anything. Brian is the dad's name. So yeah, Brian, he comes with his son, who's not really a character in this movie at all.
Yeah, no.
And just he's like, hey, get away from here. You can't have a party. You're young and go home.
That's not what he says.
What does he say? Oh, no, it's just like, oh, the frat guys start making fun of him.
Yeah, because he was like, get out of here, go home, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, they just start yelling at him.
The scene was so awkward.
Yeah, they just start yelling at him, and he just starts making jokes, and it's just kind of like Tyler Perry wrote jokes that he put in here. Here's the problem with this movie, too. I had no idea, like, what were the jokes.
I think we laughed, like, twice.
Yeah,
in the
like,
whole
there were
movie.
some good ones.
Two
yeah.
good ones.
But the other times, there weren't bad jokes because I couldn't tell where the jokes were. Like, I feel like this is a movie that is really good if you watch it with a crowd. I mean, not good necessarily, but you could tell where the jokes are with the crowd.
At least when they're trying to be funny.
And that also, you can tell this was a play first, because that really, like, is like a play kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me like it should have a laugh track, is what I'm saying. Like, it should tell us where the jokes are, because it's kind of hard to spot them, because they're not delivered like jokes. They're just delivered like people talking.
Yeah.
Because I think the whole thing is, like, the characters are jokes by themselves, so just they're talking. They don't really have to change their, like, cadence to tell a joke. Because, like, Medea's just, like, a crazy, like, old black lady.
I'm pretty sure she was just always making a joke, and I never got any.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And it's just, like, it didn't make any sense, really. But anyway, let's move on. So the girls walk home. They're still planning on going to the party, though. They're going to sneak out or something.
Party.
Yeah. They get back home, and Brian's just yelling at them again. He's like, you can't go to a party. I'm sending you to your mother's this on Halloween, so you can't go to that party. I guess they divorced. I don't know. Maybe that was a plot point in, like, one of the other movies.
Yeah.
But she's like, no, I want to stay here. She has her, like, friend lie for her, saying that, oh, my family doesn't celebrate Halloween. I'll stay with her. We're all about going to church.
Go to church every Halloween.
Mm-hmm. And so they go upstairs, and they're like, oh, man, we're going to go to a party. And then Tiffany gets some texts from Jonathan, and she's like, ooh, we're going to get busy, you know what I mean? That happens.
Yeah.
And Dad, we cut back down to Dad. He's talking with the mom on, with Brian, that's his name. He's talking to the mom on his phone, saying, like, oh, they don't want to go to your house. They're staying here, I guess. And then he goes to I guess, tell Tiffany something. I don't know. But he picks up her iPad, and her iPad is open to a texting app,
Duh.
and he can just read her texts in real time.
Somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have worked. I don't know.
Yeah, that one was weird.
But he conveniently gets to read her texts where she's like, I'm going to that bar. That he doesn't really. Oh no, I guess he just gets Madea.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we cut to it's nighttime. Two old ladies sitting down. It's Madea and it's Aunt Bam is her name. They're passing out treats for the little kiddos, and they have
Passing out tricks, more like it.
So they have pumpkins behind them. One that says "I Heart Jesus," another that just says 420, and then another that has a pot leaf on it. I guess Aunt Bam's character is that she's really into weed, but I don't know if that's just for this movie or if that's her whole character. Yeah. See, we need to watch more of these, but also I like having the mystery.
Never gonna watch another one.
We gotta pause the podcast. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Madea and Aunt Bam, they're just sitting there. So they're handing out treats, like you said. She's giving kids lollipops and things, but she puts it in the bag and then takes some of their candy out of their bag. That's such a trick. One kid comes up, they do that. Madea, they throughout all these scenes, Madea is just like talking and making, I guess, jokes that didn't really seem like jokes. There's just a lot of dialogue in this movie.
A lot of dialogue.
Yeah. So a chubby kid comes up and they make a lot of fat jokes to him.
But I didn't get
I got them.
I didn't get them.
They're just talking about like, no, Notorious B.I.G. Oh,
got him.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Well, maybe
but they just make a lot of fat jokes to this child. They steal his candy. He gets really mad. They make some more fat jokes because he's like, oh. They're like, oh, you want your candy? That kid walks away, like he should. And then some guy dressed as a clown comes up, pushing up a big box, and they're like, oh no, you better not do that. You better not come over here. And then Madea gets a call from Brian, and Brian's like, can you please come babysit the children today? And she's like, oh no, I don't want.
Gas and I got a broken hip.
And he's like, I'll pay you.
Oh heck yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, immediately agrees. And then the people come up. And Medea's just like, you better not pop out of that box. You better not do it. And then someone pops out of the box and she hits them.
She punches them right in the face.
And they are Joe and Hattie, which I guess are characters.
Yeah.
In these movies, Joe is also played by Tyler Perry. He's just an old man.
Joe is his dad.
Yeah. Tyler Perry's dad, and then Medea's his mom, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Is it? I think so.
I know Joe is the dad.
No, I think it's the grandma, and then because there's Aunt Bam, so that's her sister.
Are their sisters or just neighbors?
I really don't know.
I think they're just real close.
Let me look it up. We're gonna look up this. We're gonna look up the family. Yeah, because a lot of people just call like aunts people aunt when they are close. Oh, Joe is her brother, so she's their aunt.
Wait, Joe is whose brother?
Medea's brother. So she was Tiffany's aunt, and she is great aunt, and she's not Joe, Brian's aunt.
Okay, there we go.
Hi. But then what's her name? Aunt Bam. Where does she fit in to all of this?
I think she's just a friend.
Probably. There's a whole Wikipedia article just about the character of Madea and like a whole like page of just like the history of her family and stuff.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think it's just they're just pals.
Okay.
Let's see. What's next? So yeah, they pop out, they hit their characters. Madea just brings like everybody over to babysit instead of just her. And he thanks them all for coming over and tells them that she's planning on going to a party, and they're just like, oh, don't do that. She's too young for that. Madea like pulls out a hammer, and she's like, you gotta drop the hammer on him.
Did she take out the hammer?
Yeah.
I thought she made a joke about it and said she didn't really have a hammer.
Oh no, she did have a hammer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, and then there's a very long discussion.
It was like 20 minutes.
About hitting your children.
Mm-hmm.
And so Brian's like, no, I don't do that. That's terrible. And then all the old people just like make a big argument about why you should hit your kids. And I really didn't know what Tyler Perry was going with that. I don't know if he's pro hitting your children or anti hitting your children.
I mean, he never did hit her.
Yeah, but there was a lot of
firm with her.
Yeah, there's a lot of arguments.
Yeah.
About why you should. And so I really don't know where Tyler Perry himself stands on this issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very long discussion. All the old people are just like, definitely do it. I threw you off the roof as a child, is what Joe says. And apparently Brian got a pencil stuck in his balls.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, and Aunt Bam's like, oh, I'd love to see that. And then like stares at his crotch.
Really awkward.
Really weird. Oh, and he also mentions that he tries to, be friends with his kids and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, no, you don't do that. No.
You're their parent.
Yeah, you gotta be firm. Don't be a friend. Like, whatever. Anyway, the kids come downstairs and they just like lie about. Oh no, Brian lies about inviting Madea. He's like, oh, I don't know. She just showed up here.
How weird.
But they're all very bad at lying. Madea doesn't catch on for a while, so she's like, what are you talking about? You invite? I mean,
No.
I just want to take it to sleep here.
In the neighborhood.
Yep. And then Dad leaves. I don't really know why he was leaving.
I don't know either.
Because he comes home. What was he doing?
See, but I don't understand the plot
Yeah.
of this movie, because the ending, like, was that the whole end game?
Yeah, I know. Like,
I don't get it. I didn't get it.
it was very confusing. There was a lot of times in this movie where, like, it just would go to another plot.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? You're done with that other plot and you're just going to do another thing with this movie now? It was very strange. But yeah. So they plan a trick after Dad leaves. They're like, we are going to trick these old people into going to bed early so we can go to the party. Let's see, what is it? They bring down a board game called Life and Death. And the old people they're all freaked out about it.
Ooh, get that away from me.
Yeah, and they're like, you can communicate with the dead with this. Ooh, and they're like, no. Medea like accidentally hits the box and a card falls out that says death. And she's like, oh, there's a man that lived in this house named Mr. Wilson. He killed his whole family.
This card is from him.
Yeah, and he haunts this home on Halloween. And the only place he doesn't haunt is the bedrooms. So you should all go to bed. And a lot of them believe her, except for Medea does not believe her.
She's like, oh, hell.
Yeah, but they flick the lights on and off to spook them. They got like a little like remote control that flicks the lights on and off. And they all freak out. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's Mr. Wilson. He's turning the lights on and off. Oh. Then we cut to a little later. Their friends are at the window waiting for them to leave. The other friends that they were walking with earlier. And their plan was to sneak out the back stairs.
Duh.
You know, in your house where you got the back stairs.
Yeah, you got the front stairs.
You got the back stairs.
Yeah.
You just sneak out the back stairs.
Duh.
Done.
Every house has 2 sets of stairs.
Yeah. I don't know. But I guess they do it. And they just put pillows under the blankets. Classic. Medea almost falls for it, but then she finds the pillows and she's like, oh, we're going to this party.
Ciao.
Yeah, we're going to find these people. We're going to go to this party. So they go to the party to find him.
Yep.
Yeah, well, all of them leave except for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
He stays and asks Aunt Bam for some weed. Oh, that was another thing we didn't mention. So just Aunt Bam is super hyped because she got her medical marijuana license, and she's just telling everybody about it. She's got a lot of weed on her all the time.
But it's medicinal.
Yeah, and so she gives Joe a nice joint, and he stays at home.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're at the party, and the boys at the party think that Medea is wearing a costume. There's a lot of jokes of like, oh, that's not a woman. That doesn't look like a woman. And it's like...
Like, what are you going for, Tyler Perry?
Yeah, I don't know what he was going for. Because, like, you can't just make a... You can't... No, I mean, I guess you can.
I mean, he did.
He did. But it feels kind of lazy to make a bad costume. It's not even a bad costume.
It's not.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, if I saw that, I'd be like, oh, that's probably a woman.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, these boys don't believe it's a a woman. They would think it's a man in a costume, and so one of them just touches her boob, and she smacks him.
Yeah, rightfully so.
And they're like, "Let me see them. We love boobs." Like,
boobs.
I think that's literally a line they say.
They say
we
boobs.
we love boobs. Yeah. And so she does, and they still think they're fake. So they start touching them and looking at them, and then they realize they're not fake, and they go to throw up or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they split up and search for the girls in the house. And Madea like finds the girl's friends that she was walking with, and they're like, "Where is she?" And they're like, "I don't know who you're talking about." But then after that, they go over and warn Tiffany. They're like, "Oh, Medea's looking for you. Watch out!" And she's like, "Oh no." Another guy just grabs her boob for no reason. Medea's boob for no reason.
Punches him.
Yeah, punches him. And then Tyga shows up.
You know,
the rapper Tyga.
classic Tyga.
And then they just kind of do like he does his classic song Rack City, but they took the word bitch out.
I mean, that's what they did for the radio version.
Yeah, but this is a movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess they were just trying to keep it PG-13, but I feel like I don't know. What did he say? What was the
Chick.
censor?
Chick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, there's just a whole scene where Tyga just raps Rack City and some people start dancing.
Yeah.
For a while.
And then one of the old people starts dancing.
Oh yeah, Madea starts grooving with it.
Oh, and the other lady.
Mm-hmm. I forgot her name already. Hattie. That's
Hattie.
what it is. So yeah, they kick Madea out because they're like, you're throwing off our groove, man. You're the old person. Tiffany's friends come to Tiffany and they're like, "Oh, your grandma, she's ruining our party. You got to get out of here." And she's like, "No, I want to stay." And then she stays at the party, and Jonathan comes into the room, and like it almost gets weird for a second.
Yeah.
She's 17, so is her friend. But then Jonathan finds out that she's 17, and he freaks out. And I was like, okay, good. They weren't gonna get weird with it.
Yeah,
and they
immediately
kicked them out immediately. And now the cops are here, and everyone's just like freaking out. And the cops are like, "Come on, get outside and show us your IDs." And then instead of showing them their IDs, everyone just leaves. Like no one.
Yeah, nobody pulls out their IDs or anything.
Everyone just left.
Yeah.
And the Jonathan and a few other people stay out front because it's their house. What happens next after that? Oh yeah, they're like, "Oh, I can't believe the Madea called the cops on us." Well, he doesn't know what her name is, Madea, but you know what I'm saying.
They know who did it.
Yeah, and they're like, "We're gonna get revenge on her," and then it just fades off to the house again. And there's like a loud banging, and Hattie thinks it's Mr. Wilson banging, but it's just some cops at the door, and they're looking for Tiffany, I guess. I didn't know what this was. It was because like they were knocking and they were looking for Tiffany, and Tiffany comes down, and they're like, "Stop making prank calls."
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I didn't get that scene.
it was really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Madea was like, "Where were you? You weren't in your room." And she was like, "Oh, I was in my dad's room. You didn't check there." She's like, "Oh, whatever." And then she flicks the lights some more to freak them out. And now Aunt Bam is in the bathroom. You know what I was thinking? I don't know how they did this one. Because she's in the bathroom.
They hacked it. Remember, that's what they said. They hacked it.
Yeah, they hacked it. But the water turns on. And it starts steaming up. It's real hot.
They hacked
They
it.
hacked the bathroom.
Yep.
The water starts steaming. She can't turn the water off. And then it steams up the mirror, and something writes in the mirror, "Get your fat ass out of here or die." And she freaks out and runs away. And then Hattie, she's watching TV. She tries to turn it off and go to bed, but it won't turn off.
No.
And some voice starts calling to her, and it says it's Mr. Wilson. And then like a spooky thing comes on the TV, and she runs away. And they all both go to Medea's room, and Medea's also freaked out. And they're all just like being scared, and they hear knocking from the attic, and they were like, "Oh, that's where he left the bodies." Oh. And they run downstairs to find Joe. Joe is lying on the couch, and he's
chilling.
Yeah, well, he like made a joke, like, what did they say? This is something about like he's playing. It's like, "Oh, you're playing us with these jokes," and he's like, "No, I'm just playing with myself."
But he had a blanket on. I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think he was masturbating.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's really a weird character. Not very good. Not my
No.
favorite character. But they all convince Madea to go upstairs and see what's going on. She goes to the attic. She's very spooked. It's a very big attic. This house is huge.
Like really
Like,
big enough to need two sets of stairs.
The attic is pretty much another floor.
Yeah.
It's like that big. There's a lot of shit in there too. But there's a spooky clown. It follows her around, and she punches it and runs away. And she just falls down the stairs. Guess that was a joke. There's one.
So funny.
Yep. She falls down the stairs, and then they start to leave, but they see the clown in the doorway. Oh no! And then the clown's behind them. I don't know how they did that either. I guess they hacked the house so he could appear behind them.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just multiple clowns. Who knows? Anyway, Madea hits it, runs outside to the car. They all go out except for Joe. Joe's just still chilling. They forgot the keys, so they like hotwire the car. But then Joe just immediately comes out and gives them the keys.
Yeah.
And then a preacher calls them on Medea's phone and says something like,
he's just like praying, and then he says that they went to the party.
Yeah, and like, how does he know who is this?
Because Tiffany went to
Oh,
him.
it was like what Tiffany's friend's like daughter.
Yeah.
It's the daughter of the preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany's friend is the daughter of the preacher. I
There
said
you
Tiffany's
go.
friend's daughter. What was that person's name? Tiffany's friend. We can't just keep saying friend.
Adobo.
Adobo? I don't think so. That's
Something
like
that.
That's like a pepper. Addie?
No.
Ade or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Ade.
Adobo.
But yeah, so they're in the car, they drive away. We cut over to Joe smoking some more weed. He sees the clown and he's like, "Oh, you're not real. Get out of here." And it gets right in front of his face and he smacks it with a cane.
No, yeah, that's what it was.
And as they're driving, the car breaks down and they stop to look at it. And then
no.
Hattie's very spooked because they're near some spooky woods and a bunch of zombies come out of the woods.
Ah.
It's like, so this is the frat pranking them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they conveniently got a good makeup artist in, because they weren't planning on pranking them before because they didn't know these people existed at all. So they didn't know they were going to prank anybody. But they just very conveniently could prank these people.
Yeah.
Also, they conveniently knew the car would break down at
Maybe
that
they
spot.
did something to the car.
But at that exact spot,
they hacked a house.
they did hack the house. You wouldn't hack a house. But yeah, so they run after them. They're zombies. That's what I said, right? No, I haven't said that
No,
yet.
you did.
Did I?
I think you did.
Well, they're next to the spooky woods, and a bunch of zombies come running out and chasing Hattie and Madea and Aunt Bam. And that's when the flipping, jumping zombies, dancers, they really needed them to be zombies. But then Madea runs into a church, and she's like, "I need Jesus. Someone pray for me." And they're like, "Oh, okay.
We got you, girl."
Yeah. And then it was the pastor that they were talking to on the phone comes out, and so does Ade.
No.
No?
Tiffany. A day's missing.
Tiffany's there?
I thought that was Tiffany.
No, Ade
Oh.
comes out.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Racist.
Oh, shut up.
No, yeah, Ade comes out because her pastor's her dad. She tells him, like, "Oh, the frat boys, they were planning on pranking you. They were saying that outside the house." Oh, no. Who said that? No, that was her.
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, okay. Madea freaks out for, like, a really long time. She's just like, "Oh, I can't believe they would do this." She just freaks out a lot in this church. Whatever. They come home, and Joe has the spooky clown man tied up, took the mask off. It's just this guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't kick me out of school."
No.
She calls Brian to tells him to come home, and he just does. I don't know where he was, where he could just be like, "Okay, I guess I'll come home now."
Yeah.
Wasn't at work. Was he just like at a party?
Maybe.
I think he was at the frat party.
Was he at the frat party?
No, I'm just saying. Like,
Oh.
That's why he.
Oh.
But he's like, "Oh, gotta get her to come downstairs," and he calls her downstairs, and they're like, "No, you gotta yell at her. You gotta be demanding." Oh, yeah, they're like, "You gotta be authoritative. You gotta yell at her." And so he's like demands, like, "You better come down here right now. I need to talk to you." So she comes downstairs, and the old people and him, they just yell at her. And they're like, you were at the party, weren't you? And she's like, yeah, get over it. It's like, okay, well, you don't have to be rude now.
Yeah, she was really rude.
Like, I was on your side, but now you're just being rude, so I don't think I'm on your side anymore. She's also kind of rude to the old people, like they were earlier, where she's like, oh, I don't want you old people watching me or something.
I'd be rude to those old people, too. They were very rude.
That's true, yeah. But yeah, so she like admits she went to the party. Madea tells him that he has to kick her out on the streets. Just make her homeless now.
She doesn't want to listen, kick her out.
And Medea's like, I'll go do it. So she goes upstairs. They come up and yell at her, start packing her stuff. And they have this like they have big talk about how she has to obey her father's demands and things like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
But like at that point, everything's turned around. She does start listening to him.
She's like she becomes.
You could have ended the movie there.
Yeah, but they didn't, because now the cops are at the door and they're like, Tiffany's friend is missing, and they want Tiffany to come with her, and they put her in handcuffs.
For some reason, you don't handcuff somebody when you
like. Is she a suspect?
Yeah.
Because she's at home now.
It's also the next day.
Yeah, it's also the next day. The cops, they come to the frat house, and the frat boys are like freaking out. They're trying to hide all their stuff, and then one guy goes down to the basement and he sees Ade dead,
Rip,
with her throat slit, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
She did.
Yeah, and so they run out. Everyone freaks out. Well, no, they don't run out. The cops bust in to the house and they start searching around. Medea's there too. And like the other friends are there as well. They're being questioned by the police, and then everyone gets arrested.
That's possible.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like they don't arrest everyone.
You can arrest everyone. They're all suspects.
I guess, but they put them in like a prison bus.
Which that's when I was like, this isn't real.
Yeah, because why would they just bring a prison bus?
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah, but the prisoners start getting rowdy and start fighting, and it's revealed it was just a prank.
Got him to teach him a lesson.
Teach him. I don't know what the lesson was.
She already learned the lesson before all of this.
Yeah, a day comes out, reveals it was just makeup. The dad's like, yeah, have you learned your lesson now? And it's like, I don't know what the lesson was.
Please tell me what the lesson is.
What? To not leave my friend to die at a house?
And like the frat people didn't do anything wrong. They didn't know they were underage and immediately kicked him out when they found out.
Yeah, they had a party. They kicked it. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the lesson? Everybody did everything right.
Yeah.
And she already learned the lesson to obey her father before they did all that.
So there was no lesson to be learned at this point.
Yeah.
But still, even if it was about obeying her father, that didn't do anything to help that. What would being arrested for murdering your friend do for that? I really don't know what the lesson was.
I don't get it. No idea.
Yeah. Anyway, Medea's like, oh, I'm glad we got all these fake police officers. And the dad's like, oh, no, they're real. What are you talking about? They're real police officers. And Madea freaks out, and Jonathan freaks out, and then the cops come out with a bag of weed. And everyone runs away. That's the end of the movie.
Finally.
So Louis talked about the movie and everything, but let's talk about what we liked about the movie and do some gift giving.
Ooh.
I like so yeah, I like that Tyler Perry is very successful. You know, I believe, like, he's a good, I mean, I don't know, I haven't really read anything about his like day-to-day politics and things like that. He seems like a nice person. He seems, you know what, I'm glad he's successful. I'm glad there are people that like these movies a lot, and I'm glad they're, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad people are happy about it, and I'm glad Tyler Perry's successful for it. Like, it's not for me, but, you know, it's nice to know that there's a big following for these Madea movies, you know?
You're just putting it really nicely that we think this is a bad movie.
I don't think it's bad. No, it's bad. Okay. It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
But I am happy that people like it, you know? And I'm happy that Tyler Perry is successful.
If that's their thing, that's their thing.
Exactly. It's their thing. And I know people who like the Madea movies really like the Madea movies.
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
Good for them.
Yeah. It's like Star Trek. I don't get Star Trek, but a lot of people like it, and I'm happy for them. I'm glad they have that in their lives. I also like Medea's glasses. They're nice. They're like fancy, kind of like octagonal things.
Yeah,
and they got
yeah.
these like weird swooshy. What are they called? These things. Parts that go on your ears. There's a word for them that is very obvious that I'm forgetting.
I can't think of it.
But yeah, there's some fancy glasses that she got, and I like them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like on the cover of the movie Boo, the 2 O's are in the shape of Medea's glasses.
Ah, that's good.
What did you like about it? Nothing at all?
I didn't think it was a good movie. I didn't like it. I don't know what I would have liked about it.
Nothing at all?
I liked their big house. I want a house with 2 sets of stairs one of these days.
Yeah, I think that's it. What do we rate it?
What are you going to rate it?
What are you going to rate it? You go first.
2.
2?
2.
I say... 3.5. Like, I respect it.
I know.
I can see what the like appeal is for the people who do like it. Like, it's fun. It's a fun, oh, as a grandma, she's crazy. That's fun. It's not my thing. But I see why people like it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Stand by my 2.
2 and a 3.5. That's good. Are you ready to see Boo 2?
Boo, no.
We gotta. Boo 2 coming to theaters soon.
All right, guys, it's time to go sneak into this party at the celebration tank.
Hey.
Ooh.
So it's September.
It's still, no, it's not.
Oh, October.
Today's
That's
the
what I
first.
meant.
Yeah, what you
What
doing?
am I saying?
Not the right month.
It's October. Rocktober, if you will.
I will not. All right, say all those holidays. There's like a million.
Here we go. Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, American Cheese Month, American Pharmacist Month, Antidepressant Death Awareness Month, Applejack Month, Bat Appreciation Month, Blindness Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Caffeine Addiction Recovery Month, Celebrating the Bilingual Child Month, Children's Magazine Month, Church Library Month, Church Safety and Security Month, Class Reunion Month, Co-op Awareness Month, Computer Learning Month, Cookie Month, Cutout Dissection Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Dyslexia Awareness Month, Eat Better, Eat Together Month, Emotional Intelligence Awareness Month, Emotional Wellness Month, Employee Ownership Month, German American Heritage Month, Global Diversity Awareness Month, Halloween Safety Month, Head Start Awareness Month, Health Literacy Month, Hog Out Month, Home Eye Safety Month, International Augmentative and Alternative Communication Awareness Month, International Starman Month, International Walk to School Month, Italian American Heritage Month, LGBT History Month, National Animal Safety and Protection Month, National Apple Month, National Arts and Humanities Month, National Audiology Awareness Month, National Bullying Prevention Month, National Chiropractic Month, National Cookbook Month, National Crime Prevention Month, National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, National Dental Hygiene Month, National Depression Education and Awareness Month, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, National Dropout Prevention Month, National Ergonomics Month, National Fair Trade Month, National Go on a Field Trip Month, National I'm Just Me Because Month, National Kitchen and Bath Month, National Learning and Development Month, National Liver Awareness Month, National Medical Librarian Month, National Physical Therapy Month, National Pizza Month, National Popcorn Popping Month, National Pork Month, National Pretzel Month, National RSV Awareness Month, National Sausage Month, National Spina Bifida Awareness Month, National Stamp Collecting Month, National Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month, National Vegetarian Month, National Window Covering Safety Month, National Work and Family Month, Organize Your Medical Information Month, Polish American Heritage Month, Positive Attitude Month, Rett Syndrome Awareness Month, Sarcastic Month, Seafood Month, Self-Promotion Month, Spinach Lovers Month, Squirrel Awareness Month, Workplace Politics Awareness Month, and World Menopause Month. And it's still National Carry a Tune Week, National Midwifery Week, and Hispanic Heritage Month.
I zoned out for that. Can you repeat it?
No. But it's Tuesday the 3rd, which means it is the Day of German Unity.
Happy Day of German Unity.
It commemorates the anniversary that of the reunification of Germany in 1990 after, you know, all the Cold War stuff, World War II, everything. They finally became a full country again.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. They each year the main celebrations are set in a different city in Germany. So this year it is set in Mainz, in the capital of Rhineland-Palatinate. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Rhineland-Palatinate. That one.
Yeah.
It's there. But yeah, that's it. What do you got?
I have Iraq Independence Day.
Happy Iraq Independence Day.
Yeah, it's always celebrated on October 3rd and is known as National Iraqi Day. And it got its independence from Britain in 1932.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's also Morazan's Day in Honduras.
Happy Morazan's Day, Honduras.
Yeah, it's the birthday of Francisco Morazan, who was a popular Honduran leader, and he was born in 1792.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
It is National Boyfriend Day. Do something nice for your boyfriend, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Boyfriends have been overlooked in the past when it comes to holidays.
So true. Am I right?
Okay.
But now we'll move on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, yeah. To Wednesday, there's just like not a lot of holidays. It's so weird.
I know, we haven't said that in so long.
Yeah, move on to Wednesday the 4th. It is Sukkot.
Happy Sukkot.
Yeah, Sukkot is a festival in the Jewish faith. I guess not really like a festival. It's just a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Goes from this year from the sundown of the 4th to the sundown of the 11th. So yeah, it has two different meanings. One meaning is like an agricultural festival, feast of the ingathering at the year's end, marks the end of the harvest time, and thus the agricultural year in the land of Israel. But there's also another significance, like a more religious significance, in the book of Leviticus that commemorates the Exodus and the dependence of the people of Israel on the will of God.
Shouldn't it be in the book of Exodus?
What's funny? It's 8 days. First day is celebrated as like a full festival, lots of prayers, meals, things like that, and then it's just you just kind of continue throughout the whole week. The last day is called Hoshana Rabbah, meaning Great Hoshana, referring to the tradition that worshipers in the synagogue walk around the perimeter of the sanctuary during morning services. Throughout the week of Sukkot, meals are eaten in the sukkah. Sukkah is it's kind of like a hut, but the roof is made of some sort of like organic material, like a leaf or like palm fronds, things like that. It's just kind of like a little hut that the males are supposed to just chill in for most of the celebration and stuff like that. I mean, other people can chill in it too, but it's mainly like the males stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they sleep there and everything.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's like a big prayer time for them. And they have a nice food, nice family. Very fun.
That's fun.
Yeah, but what's next?
It is World Space Week.
Happy World Space Week.
Happy day. The UN declared in 1999 that World Space Week was going to be this week.
Nice.
And it's grown grown into the largest public space event on Earth. There were more than 2,700 events in 86 countries that celebrated the benefits of space and excitement about space exploration that happened in 2016. And basically, there's just space parties everywhere.
That's so fun.
Yeah, let's have a space party.
Space party, yeah. And then there's also Chuseok.
Happy day.
Chuseok, I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know. It's pretty much Korean Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah, and it lasts from the 4th to the 6th this year. It's like 3 days, kind of.
That's fun.
Yeah, and it's just you honor like your dead ancestors. You go to their graves. You like, put flowers, and then you have a big feast with your family, and you're like, remember my grandpa? He was a nice man. It's fun. You cook lots of fun food. So happy just Chuseok. Chuseok, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyway, what's next?
It is Feast of St. Francis of Assisi.
Happy Feast of St. Francis of Assisi.
Pope Gregory IX canonized Francis on the 16th of July in 1228, along with Saint Catherine of Cyrene. He was designated patron saint of Italy. He later became associated with the patronage of animals and the natural environment, and it became customary for Catholic and angelic churches to hold ceremonies blessing animals in the feast on his feast day of October 4th.
Nice.
He is often remembered as the patron saint of animals, and modern day people just kind of bring their animals to church to get blessed.
That's fun. Please bless my animal. And then it is also Independence Day in Lesotho.
Happy Independence Day, Lesotho.
Yeah, so they were previously known as Basutoland, but then Lesotho was like, nah, we want to be Lesotho, and they got their independence from the UK in 1966.
Good job.
Yeah. What's next?
National Kale Day.
Happy National Kale Day.
It was created in 2012 by and promoted by nationalkaleday.org.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I think I've had kale before. I don't think I've ever had it like by itself. I've had it in like smoothies and
Yeah.
stuff. It's all right. It's also National Foundation Day in South Korea.
Happy National Foundation Day, South Korea.
Yeah, well, it's I guess technically in all of Korea, not just South Korea. I think North Korea celebrates it on a different day because they're like, we want to be different. But this holiday celebrates the formation of the first Korean state of Gojoseon in 2333 BC.
Wow.
Yeah, it was traditionally regarded as the date of the founding of the Korean nation.
Nice.
So yeah, so like conveniently their Thanksgiving and their Foundation Day are on the same day, so it's like a huge party.
Yeah.
What's next?
National Taco Day.
Happy National Taco Day.
It began in 2009. Couldn't really find an origin. There's a lot of places doing fun things. Taco Bell's going to have a fun taco pack
Oh,
with like one of each kinds of their tacos in it, which
that sounds
like,
so fun.
but like half of them are Doritos tacos.
But it's still fun.
Yeah, it's still
The
fun.
Doritos tacos are good.
I haven't had one. I don't like Doritos.
They're pretty good. It's just like it's like a regular hard taco, but it just has like a flavor dust on it.
Which,
I guess is what a Dorito is.
yeah.
But yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Go get a taco pack, guys.
Yeah. It's also Peace and Reconciliation Day in Mozambique.
Happy Peace and Reconciliation Day.
Yeah, it commemorates the end of the Civil War in Mozambique that lasted for 15 years.
Nice.
Yeah, and then in 1975, they proclaimed their independence from Portugal. And so it's kind of like an Independence Day, but it's called Peace and Reconciliation Day.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
National Vodka Day.
Nice. Happy National Vodka Day.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do the...
It's been celebrated since 2009. No, I don't really know where the origin is, but it's been mentioned by Wine Enthusiast magazine and has also been noted on news websites and things like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun. Go drink some vodka. What's
Heck
your favorite
yeah.
brand?
They all taste like shit. They all mix well, though.
Yeah. I like Tito's.
Tito's,
Sean
you're
introduced
right.
us to Tito's, and it's very
Tito's
good.
is good. I could drink it.
Go drink some Tito's. But then we move on to Thursday the 5th. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. I love you.
I love you.
We're going to
birthday.
Disney.
Yeah.
Fun time.
That's what we're doing that day.
Yep. What else is it on the 5th?
It's Do Something Nice Day.
I'll take you to Disneyland.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Tell me about it.
There's no origin.
Oh, yay.
Do something nice.
Do something nice. It's also Indonesian National Armed Forces Day.
Happy Indonesian National Armed Forces Day.
Yeah, their armed forces were formed in 1945.
Nice.
What's next?
National Apple Betty Day.
Happy National Apple Betty Day.
Apple Betty is basically made with crumbs, apples, cinnamon, sugar, and sometimes other ingredients. And there's not an origin for this day, but go eat one.
Okay. What's next?
It's Republic Day in Portugal.
Happy Republic Day, Portugal. Or Portugal.
Portugal.
I guess you can pronounce it either way.
They also call it implantation of the Republic Day. It's a public holiday in Portugal. It commemorates when they overthrew the monarchy and establishment of a republic in Portugal
Nice.
in 1910.
Good job, guys.
You did it.
It's also Vanuatu Constitution Day.
Happy Vanuatu Constitution Day.
Yeah, on October 5th, 1979, they signed their new constitution, paving the way for their independence from France and Britain that they finally got on July 30th, 1980.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
It's Vapful Poya Day.
Happy Vapful Poya Day.
That's in Sri Lanka. I guess every time there's a full moon there, they have a holiday.
Yeah, I think we talked about one of them previously, like a few episodes ago.
Yeah, they have their own names.
Mm-hmm.
They're known as Poya. And, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Happy day.
Happy day.
What's next?
It's World Teachers Day.
Happy World Teachers Day.
On October 5th, 1966, the Special Intergovernmental Conference on the Status of the Teachers in Paris, France was closed, and the recommendation concerning the status of teachers was signed by representatives of UNESCO, International Labour Organization. On October 12th, 1997, the 29th session of UNESCO's General Conference was opened. On October 5th, 1994, the World First Teachers Day was held. This event has been organized on the same day each year since then. However, local events may be on some other dates close to October 5th. Yeah. There's stamps that Canada made in 2002 for it.
Thanks. Thanks, Canada, for that stamp.
Yeah.
Thanks, teachers.
For teaching.
Yeah, and now we move on to Friday the 6th. It's Egyptian Armed Forces Day.
Happy Egyptian Armed Forces Day.
Yeah, it celebrates the day in 1973 when combined Egyptian and Syrian military forced a surprise attack on Israel, starting the October War, or also known as the Yom Kippur War.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was just a war. Egypt and Syria were just mad at Israel. They're like, we want power over you. So they fought. They had a war.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
It is National Physician Assistance Week.
Happy National Physician Assistance Week.
Yeah, this week is an opportunity to raise awareness and visibility of the profession. Before it was a week-long event. National PA Day was first celebrated on October 6, 1987 in honor of the 20th anniversary of the first graduating class of PAs from the Duke of University PA program.
Nice.
It's also the birthday of the profession's founder, Eugene A. Steed, Jr., MD. Now the profession is 50 years strong.
Dang. Good job, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
It's also National German American Day.
Happy National German American Day.
So to honor the 300th anniversary of German American immigration to the United States, President Ronald Reagan in 1983 was like, let's just have a German American Day. And so they did it.
Nice.
Thanks. What's next?
It is Mad Hatter Day.
Happy Mad Hatter Day.
So, a group of computer technicians in Boulder, Colorado celebrated Mad Hatter Day in 1986 as a day of silliness. October 6th was chosen due to the label tucked in the Mad Hatter's hat band that read in this style 10/6.
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
And
So
there's,
it's just a day to be silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that one holiday that other mass people founded for no reason.
Oh, it's not like that at all. The golden pig or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck that holiday. Anyway, it's also October Liberation Day in Syria.
Happy October Liberation Day, Syria.
Yeah, it was. It commemorates the Syrian army's successful advance into the Golan Heights during the October War. So this is like Egypt celebrated it, and now Syria celebrates it.
Nice.
Yeah. What's next?
National Noodle Day.
Happy National Noodle Day.
Go eat some noodles.
What's your favorite kind of noodle?
I like bow tie.
Bow tie. Farfalle.
Farfalle. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I like.
I like penne too.
Yeah. I think I like Asian noodles more than I like Italian style pasta.
Get
like a lo
out.
mein. I like a nice lo mein. They're nice and soft and squishy. Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yes.
It's World Smile Day.
Happy World Smile Day.
Yeah. Harvey Ball created the smiley face in 1963.
Harvey created the smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody did.
Oh, so he's the artist behind the classic yellow smiley face. Like, come look.
Oh.
Yeah, so he created that thing, and so he started the. I don't know if he started it. Let's see. Let me go back over here.
Supposed to do this before the podcast.
But yeah, so he invented the smiley face. People were like, at the Harvey Ball Foundation, I believe it is. They started World Smile Day because they're like, let's just make people smile more.
Nice.
Make them happy.
Happy.
What's next?
It is physician physician.
You already did it.
No, it's a day.
No, I know, but you already said this word.
I know, and I can't remember if the word works.
Physician.
Physician.
Yeah.
Okay. Physician assistant.
You said it wrong again.
Say the day.
Physician assistant day.
Yeah. Why can't? Okay, whatever.
It's the same thing. It's just the day one. right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do the holiday, go for it.
You
Whatever.
can't even say the word.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also that's it. Now we'll move on to Saturday the 7th. It's National LED Light Day.
Happy National LED Light Day.
Yeah, Bridge Lux, which is a company, LED light company, founded National LED Light Day in May of 2016 to recognize one of the most important scientific achievements in recent history.
I think there's plenty more now.
Yeah. What's next?
It is National Frap Day.
Happy National Frap Day.
Go get one.
What exactly is a frap?
Frappe is a Greek foam-covered iced coffee drink made with instant coffee, water, and sugar. It was accidentally invented by Nescafe representative named Dimitris Vakangel in 1957 in the city of Saskatoon.
Nice. Okay. We'll move on to Sunday the 8th. It is Clergy Appreciation Day.
Happy Clergy Appreciation Day.
Yeah, it was started by Hallmark Cards in 1992.
Thanks, Hallmark.
Appreciate your pastors and your people.
Yeah.
What's next?
It is Fire Prevention Week.
Happy Fire Prevention Week.
Woo! President Calvin Coolidge proclaimed the first National Fire Prevention Week on October 4th through 10th, 1925, beginning a tradition of the President of the United States signing a proclamation recognizing the occasion. It is observed on the Sunday through the Saturday period in which October 9th falls in commemoration of the Great Chicago Fire, which began on October 8th, 1871, and did most of its damage on the 9th. And that Great Fire killed more than 250 people and left 100,000 people homeless and destroyed more than 17,400 structures and burned down more than 2,000 acres.
Jeez, rip.
Great Fire.
Pretty great fire. But it's also Croatian Independence Day.
Happy Croatian Independence Day.
Yeah, they celebrate it because they made a unanimous decision to terminate their link with SFR Yugoslavia and become their own country.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. What's next?
American Touch Tag Day.
Happy American Touch Tag Day.
There's not an origin. Go play some tag.
Yeah, that's fun. It's also Indian Air Force Day.
Ooh. Happy Indian Air Force Day.
It was founded in 1932. Thanks,
Nice.
guys. What's next?
It is National Fluffer Nutter Day.
Happy National Fluffer Nutter Day.
It's a peanut butter and marshmallow fluff sandwich.
Yeah, it's very good. Have you had one? Oh, you don't like peanut butter.
Yeah. I have not had one.
Well,
It
they're
sounds
very
gross.
good.
Sounds very gross.
Very good.
Maybe
It's
not an origin.
also Karva Chauth in India.
Happy Carvage House, India.
So this one's a weird holiday. It's a day of fasting for married women because it's supposed to give longevity to their husbands. Because there's an ancient like a folk tale called there's a few folk tales that this holiday is based around, but this is like the main one, the story of Queen Vervati.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll read it to you now. It was a beautiful queen. Well, this is just like a summary of what the story is. It's not like the actual story. A beautiful queen named Vervati was the only sister of 7 loving brothers. She spent her first Karva Chauth as a married woman at her parents' house. She began a strict fast after sunrise, but by evening was desperately waiting for the moonrise as she suffered severe thirst and hunger. Her 7 brothers couldn't bear to see their sister in such distress and created a mirror in a peepal tree that made it look as though the moon had risen. The sister mistook it for the moon and broke her fast. The moment she ate, word arrived that her husband, the king, was dead. Heartbroken, she wept through the night until her Shakti, I don't know what that is, I'm sorry, compelled a goddess to appear and ask why she cried. When the queen explained her distress, the goddess revealed how she had been tricked by her brothers and instructed her to repeat the Karva Chauth fast with complete devotion. When Vervati repeated the fast, Yama was forced to restore her husband to life. So it's kind of a weird sexist holiday.
What a tale.
Where it's like, don't eat or else your husband will die. And then what you'll do? You'll be useless. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna fast.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You're gonna die. Shit.
What's next?
It is National Pierogi Day.
Happy National Pierogi Day.
Go eat one.
Ow. Pierogies are very good.
Yeah.
Should we explain what a pierogi is?
Oh, it's pasta with some potato.
Yeah, it's like a ravioli, but with potato in it.
Yeah, it's very good, very good.
We'll move on to Monday the 9th. It's Hanjial Proclamation Day.
Happy Hanjial Proclamation Day.
Yeah, Hanjial, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is the Korean alphabet. And so today was the invention of the Korean alphabet, made by 15th century Korean monarch Sejong the Great. It's observed on October 9th in South Korea and on January 15th in North Korea.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of Korean holidays this week, which is fun. Anyway, what's next?
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, Indigenous Peoples Day, also known as Native American Day, is a holiday that celebrates the indigenous people of North America. It is celebrated in various locations in the U.S., and it began as a counter-celebration to Columbus Day, promoting Native American culture and commemorating the history of Native American peoples. The celebration began in Berkeley, California, through the International Indian Treaty Council and Denver, Colorado, and now in Vermont as a protest against Columbus Day. The latter is observed as a federal holiday in the U.S., but it is not observed as a state holiday in every state. The most retail enterprises stay open and most retail enterprises stay open. Indigenous Peoples Day is usually held on the second Monday of October, coinciding with the federal observance of Columbus Day. It is observed in September in California and Tennessee, and the same day in South Dakota.
Okay. But yeah, and then Columbus Day.
Columbus was a poop.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
Killed
but
a bunch of
we
people.
celebrate him for some reason because people think he was a good man.
Yeah, but he is not.
Yep. Bad boy.
Bad boy. Unhappy Columbus Day.
Yep, exactly. Unhappy Columbus Day. Next up is Health and Sports Day in Japan.
Happy Health and Sports Day, Japan.
Yeah, it commemorates the opening of the 1964 Summer Olympics held in Tokyo, and it's a day to just promote sports and active lifestyles.
Yeah.
What's next?
It is Leif Erikson Day.
Happy Leif Erikson Day.
This one's a long one.
Long boy. See, this is the one we should be celebrating, not dumb Columbus.
Yeah, for real.
Leif Erikson is the man, I think. I don't know. He was also like a Viking, so he probably was a shitty person too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read it. In 1925, at the North American Centennial, President Calvin Coolidge gave recognition to Leif Erikson as the discoverer of America due to research by Norwegian American scholars such as Knut Gjerseth and Ludvig Hecton. U.S. Representative John Blatnick from Dulce introduced a bill in 1963 to observe Leif Erikson Day nationwide. On September 2nd, 1964, the U.S. Congress passed Joint Resolution 88-566 authorizing the President to proclaim October 9th as Leif Erikson Day. President Lyndon B. Johnson and each president since have done so. In the proclamations, the President have praised the contributions of the Americans of Nordic descent generally in the spirit of discovery. Some states officially commemorate Leif Erikson Day in addition to the federal observances, particularly in the upper Midwest where there are a large number of people from the Nordic countries settled. On October 9th, 1825, a sloop named Restoration, with 52 Norwegian Quakers on board landed in New York Harbor, beginning what would become the first organized immigration from Norway to the U.S. In commemoration of their journey and exploring ancestor, Congress selected October 9th for National Leif Erikson Day.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Woo. It's also Ugandan Independence Day.
Happy Ugandan Independence Day.
They got their independence from the UK in 1962.
Good job.
Yeah, what's next?
Moldy Cheese Day.
Happy Moldy Cheese Day.
Go eat some.
And then it is also Independence of Guayaquil in Ecuador.
Happy day.
So Guayaquil isn't like part of Ecuador. It's a city-state, which is like an independent city within a country, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Guayaquil is. So, but it celebrates their independence today.
Nice.
Happy day. What's next?
Curious Events Day.
Happy Curious Events Day.
There's no origin, but curious events happen.
Yeah, watch out.
Yep.
And then what's the final holiday this week?
It is Thanksgiving in Canada.
Happy Thanksgiving, Canada.
They pretty much celebrate it the same way we do. It began in 1879.
Why? Is there just like no origin?
Okay. The Thanksgiving holiday tradition in Canada dates back to when the English explorer Martin Frobisher came upon the land we now know as Canada while searching for northern passage to the Orient. When Frobisher settled in Canada, he held a formal ceremony where he gave thanks for surviving the long journey. and it became a nationally recognized holiday in Canada in 1879, and it celebrated how we celebrate it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
What an idiot, though. Am I right? He's
That's
like,
oh,
where's Asia? I'll go up.
duh.
It's probably up.
I mean, they didn't have maps.
Dummy.
That's how Columbus.
Why didn't he
came
just
to
use
America.
GPS?
Duh! Don't you get signal out there?
Anyway, thanks to Hannah Pri for the artwork. It's very good. Follow us on anything, pretty much anything. Bless you.
Thanks.
Any podcast app you got, almost any social media app you got, we're on there. Don't you worry. Rate us, give us some ratings on iTunes. We love it. We love you forever.
Yeah.
Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube, and if you wanna give us a question or give us an answer, send it to oneholiday@gmail.com. That's it.
That's it. Those are the days. Them's the days.
Them's the days.
Them's the days.